I'm Julie Purcell. I'm the executive director at Lazarus House. I've been with Lazarus House for 13 years and been the director for 3 of those years.
My name is Karen, and I am the event and donor coordinator here at Lazarus House, and I have been here about a year and a half.
My name's Megan Lopez. I'm the volunteer coordinator here. I've been here, this will be my 4th year.
My name's Amy. I am the operations manager. I've worked here 19 years.
My name is Sue Kate. I am the grant writer and development team lead. I have been here for just a little over 5 years, close to 5.5 years.
My name is Carlos Gonzalez Mendez. I'm at the moment full-time operations coordinator, and I've been at Lazarus House for about 3.5 years now.
My name is Wendy Gruber, and I am the associate director here. I've worked here for almost 9 years.
My name is John Satter, and I'm a building and facilities coordinator here.
My name is Katie Collins, and I am the Center for Transitional Living case manager. And I have been here on and off for probably about 15 years.
My name is Monse. I'm the Women and Children's case manager here. And I've been here for a year and 6 months. Hi, I am Serena. I am the guest development coordinator here at Lazarus House, and I've worked here for almost 2.5 years.
My name is Kaisa Nicholsmith. I have been working at Lazarus House for a little over 4 years now, and I am our homeless prevention services manager.
My name is Mark. I've been here for 5 years. I'm the men's case manager, but we're kind of switching the roles for now. There's a case manager. There's 3 case managers total.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I've worked at Lazarus House for 2.5 years, and I am an admin assistant. So that means I work kind of behind the scenes, ordering, mail, paperwork, really anything behind the scenes that needs to be done. Any special projects anybody needs help with, I try to step in.
That's what I wanted to be. That's what I did.
I wanted to be a professional hair cutter. That's what I was going to do. And my dad told me that he would pay for college, and I could go to college, or I could move out on my own and go to beauty school.
I think majority of the time was a soccer player. Then later on in life, it was along the lines of where I'm going now, nonprofit business, stuff like that.
I was so carefree as a kid. I thought I only wanted to, I just wanted to play video games.
A teacher. I'd always wanted to be a teacher, and I did go to college for that, and I was a teacher for 5 years, and then I had my kids and stayed home with them, and then I went back and was substituting and assisting, and then COVID kind of put a kink in those.
When I was a child and grew up in the city of Chicago, and even when I was teaching in Chicago, I spent a lot of time at Lincoln Park Zoo because I loved the gorillas. And so my dream was always that I would be a zoologist.
You know, I was one of those kids where I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I was not bothered about the fact that I did not know. Like, anytime that anybody asked me that question when I was a kid, that John Lennon answer, that you want to be happy when you grow up. To me as a child, that made a lot of sense. Like, I never really had a career in mind that I saw as like something that would be part of my identity, if that makes sense.
So when I was a kid, I dreamed of becoming a famous singer. I was always in choirs and doing whatever I could to be on stage, basically, as a child. And I did join a band for a couple months when I was, 20, I think. And that was a fun time, but I think I learned that I like more the community and connection aspect of singing more than performing and having people watch me do that. But I did get a husband out of it because that's how we met. So that worked out well.
A clown.
which is kind of shocking, but I grew up going to the Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey circus at Madison Square Garden. Every year my grandma would take me, or my parents, and I just was fascinated by the clowns. And so I wallpapered my room with clown pictures and paintings, and all of those were nice and sweet looking. And then when I got older, I started to see all the creepy clown pictures and paintings, and I wasn't so enamored with being a clown. But I think I like the idea of it because I was shy and introverted growing up, and I always thought, well, if I were a clown, I could maybe be somebody that I'm not. So I guess I was attracted to that piece.
I never knew. That was the problem. There was, because really there's just too many interests. Like, you know, I mean, I think there's so many things I could have done, you know, the whole sticking with the school thing's always difficult. But yeah, I mean, I love so many nurses are amazing. I love all that stuff. I think I could have totally done all that too. And especially as you get older, you realize, oh yeah, I could have totally done that if I just was staying in school. Yeah.
So I know some sign language.
I wouldn't say surprising talents. I mean, people are always shocked that I speak Spanish fluently. Losing my first language, but yeah, that's the one that's surprising.
Maybe. I'm a pretty good ping pong player. I love ping pong, and I've actually transitioned that into pickleball.
Recently, I've been doing like, you know, those Altoid mints, tin cans. So I'm like making them. I saw it online, but like making them into like little wallets per se. So, you know, mints out, and then inside I kind of make it personalized for like a friend. So I just gifted this to my friend for her birthday, and I thought it was really cute. So,
Really, I like to draw a lot. I guess I don't talk about that a lot. It's not really a talent show talent.
We have 2 dogs, so we do a lot with our pets. We're homebodies at home, so, you know, kind of boring.
I'm a woodworker, avid woodworker. I started off as a cabinet maker and countertops and all that, and got into furniture making, custom bookcases and tables, that. And now I'm starting to make toys, children toys and stuff of that nature.
My grandmother started me on a postcard collection. So whenever she would travel, she would send me a postcard. And then everyone I knew just kind of got in on that bandwagon. So I've had this postcard collection for a lot of years now. And about 10 years ago, I was flying on a plane, and I met this gentleman who had just come into an unexpected windfall of money and was traveling in his later years. And somehow we got talking about the postcard collection. So for the next 10 years, this stranger that I had just met on the plane sent me a postcard from all of his travels.
I hula hoop with the kids and some of the shelter guests. We had hula hoops, and yeah, that's a lot of fun.
We were just talking about this, and they said, if you tell them, they're going to make you do it, so don't tell them. But I was first going to say being an ultramarathon runner, and obviously that's more like a hobby, but I can wiggle my ears. Okay, all right, don't put this in. We were laughing that like everybody was going to be talking, and then my only part was just going to be me wiggling my ears. Okay, ready? For the wiggling? Yeah. Okay, that's my hidden talent.
I've done the Muddy Buddy, where the Muddy Buddy is where you have a partner, and so I would run the first leg while she rides, and then she drops the bike, and then she starts running, and I have to go and pick up the bike and then go. And it's 5 legs. I ran 3, did bike 2, and one of my biking legs, I had to carry the bike through shoulder height water, which I did not expect. And there's always an obstacle between each leg, and then at the end you have to go through the mud. I watched the show Alone. I watch Married at First Sight. It's very embarrassing to say. And I have started watching again Survivor. I didn't watch it for a lot of years, but I watched, and The Amazing Race is one of my favorites. We got a lot of Bachelor people around here.
But I am like a reality TV person. Oh, The Real Housewives. Oh, wait, don't put that in. Survivor.
I'm a Star Wars fan, nerd. The nerd dude like that.
And true crime stories are my guilty pleasure. Sometimes I'm known to watch Hallmark Christmas movies. It's not very often, but if there's nothing else on. Katie likes the 90 Day. Carlos likes the Below Deck. Everybody has like a show, and they all like recommend them. I used to watch The Housewives, but it's too hard to keep. It's too hard to keep up.
So mine is Supernatural.
I don't know if people have probably heard of it, but a movie that I really like is The Princess Bride. Yeah, it's kind of a fairy tale movie, but it's got adventure and humor and romance and zombies. Yeah, my husband and I are into zombies.
Oh, heck yeah. I started watching Schitt's Creek on Netflix, and it was the first day that it was released, so nobody knew about it.
But like one of my favorite movies of all time is called The Florida Project. I love a good movie that makes me cry. So essentially this movie's about this young mom. It follows this young mom and her daughter living in a motel and next to what is essentially the happiest and most magical place on earth, Disney World in Florida.
Superheroes to comedies.
I really enjoyed Gossip Girl when I watched it.
Grey's Anatomy.
I am a TV junkie. My husband and I, we sit and watch TV shows together unless he can't wait for me because I'm at work or vice versa. For All Mankind. If you haven't seen it, it's very good.
Probably wouldn't. It'd keep my knowledge. Keep my knowledge, I'd probably go 20s. Because I'm in my 30s now, so 20s. Yeah. My 20s, sorry. In my 20s, and then I'd probably do... Probably because school seems so hard, things seem so hard, and it's not that hard, and I'd probably just attack it at that time, if I have the knowledge I have now. Oh, is that a good answer?
I'm fascinated by the westward movement. Covered wagons, going to undiscovered territory. I love nature. I'm really into the national parks. I wanna hit them all. I don't know if I will. And I just love nature, and I would love to have seen all of the United States, or at least the western part of the United States, west of the Mississippi, in its natural state before we kind of took over.
Oh. Julie is one of the hardest working people I know. She is smart. She'll never ask you to do anything that she won't do. And always, 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 she has the mission of Lazarus House at the forefront of all of our decisions here. And it's an honor to work with her.
Wow. Julie is an amazing individual. I have learned so much from her professionally and even personally. She is extremely dedicated to Lazarus House. She is an amazing leader. I am thrilled beyond belief that she is our executive director here. She dives in anywhere and everywhere that needs something. She is on our list for cleaning our bathroom. We don't have people to clean the bathrooms and the floors and take out the garbage. And so we all do it. We all take care of it. We all have our name on the schedule. She has her name on the schedule. We tried to take her off of it once, and she said, absolutely not. She said, I work here. This is what I do. Amazing leader, great friends. She is extremely intelligent and extremely compassionate. and passionate about what she does. Like I said, I have learned a lot from her, especially since she has done numerous roles in this agency. She has been an assistant, she's been the grant writer, she's been in fundraising, she's been in volunteer coordinating. So she knows so much about this place. And we are incredibly lucky to have her and incredibly lucky to keep her as long as we have. So not what she stays for a long time, because I don't plan on retiring for at least 4 to 5 years. So she has to stay that long. So, because I don't want her to leave.
Julie is just our rock. She is just like the stable heart of the organization. She has to do so much as the director, just to speak to so many people and make so many decisions. And she just does it all with such grace and poise. And she just keeps that stability and always is keeping our values and our mission in mind, and is really able to just field a lot of different questions and opinions from all of our staff. I think we have about 35 staff right now.
Constantly moving, go-getter, amazing, totally inclusive with so many different things. There whenever you need her. We're very grateful to have all she really, because she's been in every role before, just about. So she really does kind of get a lot of things because she's been there and done that. So we're grateful for that.
Well, very professional. She and fair. Like she's fair, professional, fair, and team player. I think she values those three.
Passionate, kind, caring, devoted.
Julie comes across very tough, but she has the biggest heart of anyone I know. But you have to kind of break through that to get to that part. But Julie would give anything to any one of our guests if she could, and same to staff. So, but when you meet her, she comes across pretty tough. She's actually an amazing human being.
She's very, very driven. And even if she doesn't have the energy, she will create the energy out of nowhere to do whatever task is right in front of her in that moment. And if she has a goal in mind, she goes for it and she does not let go.
I think she's she's a quiet leader. I think she's trying to be more quiet.
I always said she could be the director. She's so like level, and just she kind of has that that level demeanor. So I would call her very thoughtful, very she was goofy when she wasn't the director. Now she's very she has to, and she can do that. She can turn that off and on, and that's like a gift. Like she, has that talent of like kind of just calmly having the answer or feeling like she's having that answer. I know sometimes it's a struggle because we don't have the answers. That's the hardest part of this gig, is every day is so different. You're like, I don't know, let me think a minute. I don't, and she can somehow do that with a way that's comforting to others, which other directors haven't always done. So it's a gift. I don't know what that gift would be. And she's kind. She really does want Lazarus House to do something, which of course she's here, so it's kind of silly, but I feel like that's kind of her thing, right? That's probably what I would say.
Julie, just a leader, someone that leads by example. I think like she's not afraid to, step outside her role, and she's the director, but if anyone were to come in and just meet us and watch us interact, like I just feel like you wouldn't think that just because she doesn't set herself apart that way. She will join us and any meetings that we have coming up, or ask us if we need help, check up on us. She just leads by example, I would say. And she's a person that always reminds us to be curious, not judgment. So we appreciate her for that.
Julie is a fierce leader.
a lot of respect for Joy. Not just for heart, because she shows up. I mean, she shows up for our staff, and she shows up for our guests. And she is somebody that is willing to go and do whatever it takes. But she also, there's a lot of respect. She always, which I think is a little different. I don't want to say it then in the past, so don't talk to hell, but she really takes and values our opinions. So like she'll say to me often, please, sure, or advocating for your guest, and she'll take that into consideration. So it's not, it's a group effort. It's a group effort on hard decisions. So I respect her leadership and what she does, but she shows up for her staff. I mean, if like for the move, I can move. No, I mean, she's got not just us, not just our guests, but she's got a community she has to answer to. And people don't realize that her job goes beyond this house on a daily basis, but it's a whole community that she has to answer to and to get donors. I mean, we don't run if she's not raising money and doing the things that she has to do. But you walk in her office and she will pause and she will take the time to say, hey, what can I do? What can I do to help you? And I always laugh at her. I'm like, yeah, because you have the most staff in the world. But she shows up. She shows up for her guests, and she is very involved, which is amazing. So I have a ton of respect for her.
The staff here are some of the most caring individuals that truly work together with a team mentality. Anytime something comes up, everybody will jump at the chance to help. They all contribute. They all support each other. And I think that that's so important due to the work that we do here. They are just amazing. And I always tell them that I appreciate them and I appreciate everything that they do. And I know how hard it is some days. And for them to come back after a hard day is just amazing. And I can't say enough good things about them. I see you, I appreciate you, and I celebrate you for being part of this amazing place.